The things I teach men are stoicism, discipline, self-respect, hard work, obeying authority.
So you can tell by my walk?
I can tell by your walk. Shit.
Hey, you a country nigga.
Which means that you need to make a move, risk something.
If your man's brother tried to would you tell your man?
It depends if the brother was hot.
What is your craziest story?
For my birthday, I randomly just two guys that didn't know English at all. I was just walking down the hall at this resort and I was like, yep, where are y'all room at? Let's go.
How did they know what you were saying?
It's an all adults resort. I think they knew.
Did you
knew
do
the
some type
vibes.
of like hand motion or something to make them like get the vibe? Like, did you eye them at all?
No, I was just like, where are y'all going? And they didn't know what I was saying and I just went in their room and then I looked at both of them and I just started taking my clothes off. I never did anything like that before and I just wanted to do it.
So when you started taking your clothes off, what did they do? Did they just like they got the hint?
Yeah, they got the hint.
Most guys are going to get the hint whenever you're just taking your clothes off. It's just that a lot of guys wish that they were in that position. Let's keep it real.
We went to the shower, we went back to the bed, we went to the bathroom, we went back to the bed. It was a lot.
Were they brothers? Were they related? Friends?
I don't know because they didn't speak English,
What language
but they
did
were very
speak?
close.
It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, they were still going to look at her as a tramp anyway, right? So the story that she's telling is typically what thoughts are going to do whenever they're just having hard times in life. These type of women typically have a troubled past.
I don't know if it was like Spanish or something else, or maybe it was Turkish. They're from Turkey, I think. They were not from America. We were in Mexico.
Were they good at?
Yes, I was surprised. Because I'm more into women for the most part, and I just never had two guys before, and I heard somebody say something about an Eiffel Tower, and like I was like, ooh, I want to be Eiffel Tower, that sounds like fun, and it was cool.
Guys, you have to understand, when it comes to girls like this, these are the type of girls that you go to Miami for. This is what you go to Vegas for. When you're out having a great time, these are the type of women that you want to be around. You don't want to be around the girls who are trying to be good girls when you're just trying to clap cheeks. Men need to understand the difference between the girl that's for clapping cheeks and the girl that you're supposed to wife up. The problem that most men are facing, you're trying to wife this up and you're mad that she's for the street.
I don't know if I'd do it again, but it was cool.
So they were from Turkey, you're from America, you guys are in Mexico, out here doing the whole Eiffel Tower.
Mm-hmm.
It's giving around the world.
Yes.
If they was from Turkey, trust me, I can almost guarantee that they didn't even have any respect for this type of girl. This is why a lot of those girls that get flown out to Dubai, you get flown out there, but you get degraded the most. Moral of the story here, guys. A lot of women are really out there. They're for the streets. They're going to stay for the streets, and you pretty much have to enjoy the fact that they're for the streets.
Okay, if you were a guy and you were going on a first date with a girl on these dating apps, Tinder, Bumble, whatever, you need to be secure in yourself. A lot of us girls grew up watching Cinderella, and the prince didn't ask Cinderella, "Can I kiss you?" at the end of the date, which means that you need to make a move, risk something.
See, that's the problem. Guys are not trying to risk anything anymore. The same reason why you're sitting here with some overalls on in order to get attention. Men, separate your thinking from women's thinking. Once you separate yourself from women's thinking, focus more on yourself, because a woman is really going to give you bad advice. As this woman sit here and tell you to go for it, it's been plenty of guys that have went for it. But unfortunately, the laws have changed. The power of women have changed. A man just can't go for it. For one, men are getting sick of how women are acting. And second of all, there's not that many traditional women out here that make a man want to go for it. When it's all said and done, we just like you in your overalls. No one's trying to wife you up.
And just go and kiss the girl at the end of the date. Like, why is this lacking?
It's lacking because there's something called Me Too.
It's like men are scared of girls. And it's so crazy to me, the fact that you can't even end the date with a goodnight kiss because you're scared. You have to ask permission.
I don't think that men are scared for asking permissions. Once again, what women have to understand is that you have became the type of woman that men just don't trust on that scale. It takes men to get to know a woman longer than what it used to. Back in the day, guys can just be with women and you guys could date and go together after 2 weeks. Now you got to wait years with women and you got to take dating extremely slow because the parallels are different.
I make that pussy spit, and I know it do. I watched you walk in this motherfucker.
So you can tell by my walk?
I can tell by your walk that pussy spit.
Hey, you a country nigga. Where you from?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Why do guys keep putting these thought bots on a pedestal? This is a girl that's strictly for the streets, but you guys talk to her like she's a regular woman. Why is she even trending now?
It's a road to be exact. What's happening with it? Oh yeah, I want to smell your pussy. I want to put my face in your pussy. You say Suki with the good coochie, you know what I'm saying? You be talking about how good that motherfucker smell and all that. We can go into the back and I can come back and
You
give her.
want to smell my ass?
I might put my tongue down that motherfucker.
See, and this is the type of stuff that y'all normally tell a woman in a text message and in chats whenever you start talking about her. Now you guys are coming out and you want people to see you talking to a woman like this. This is weird stuff. The guy that says things like this is typically going to be the guy that gets no play. And a lot of guys, before you can even meet a woman, you've already sent this to her in some type of message.
Oh my gosh, A1.
But we're going to start with the sniffing though.
You are aggressive.
She love that shit, man. Look at her. She like that old shit.
No, I don't.
You love that shit.
No, I mean after like during sex maybe, but you know, that not right now.
She's right. This is what lames do. Lames think it's cute because you can place a woman on a pedestal and try to make her feel good about herself. Some girls are getting sick of that because they realize that the only type of guys that do that are the guys that don't get play from other women. Women are in competition with each other. So they're only going to really want to be spoken to like that from a guy that other women like. If you're a guy that other women don't like, when you start saying goo off the wall stuff, it just shows how desperate you are.
Now, all that shit you talk, fuck that. You done mentioned match. I'm here. What's up?
So listen, hold on.
This man. is
Okay.
off the chain. 5 inches is a huge dick to me.
5 inches?
Yeah, that's big to me.
No, okay.
That's super big. I love that size.
I know
That's
my
fine.
mom used to say she'd rather be tickled than be stabbed. Seriously, because you know, some people got all that dick and they just be damn stabbing.
Moral of the story here, guys, it's because of these creepy dudes like this that women don't even have respect for men anymore, because this is the type of talk that men only understand because they've been watching too much of the Hub.
Oh my.
This is the same girl on the last video, a guy talking about he want to smell her between her booty cheeks. And now you got another guy that's trying to kiss on her. You have to understand, this is a thought bot. This is a girl who's been on the Hub already. She's been ran through. She's been passed around. But guys are still acting like she's a prize. This is what makes women play you. When they see guys acting like this towards tramps, they know we're going to play this dude. They're that desperate, literally. Dudes are starting to become just flat out weird out here in these streets, man. Get yourself together, big home.
If your man's brother tried to, would you tell your man?
Depends if the brother was hot.
What if the brother was hotter than your man?
I'd probably do it. I mean,
You would him?
yeah, I definitely have like a guilty conscience, so I'm sure I'd feel bad about it afterwards. But if I found the brother more attractive, then
What if you and your man were together for like 2 years? Would you still do it?
I don't know. I mean, I would probably at least want to. But if I feel like I want to and I shouldn't, then I would just leave the relationship. It's not worth it.
Or you'd like go home and do it later?
Yeah.
At least she was honest. One thing that we have to understand is honesty out of a person is the best policy. Regardless of what a person fetishes are or what they want to be in life, if they can be honest about it and no one gets hurt at the end of the day, be my guest and let it go.
Daddy and a cigar come with misogyny.
Because it's all mixed together in what you teach.
The things I teach men are stoicism, discipline, self-respect, hard work, obeying authority, listening to your fight coach, working hard in school, making as much money as possible in your job. If you actually watch the things I say, if you actually watch my comments about women, I've done long podcasts for hours long about females, talking about protecting them, providing for them, how I believe women should be treated in a relationship. I've done all of this, but you don't watch any of it, and then you come here and ask me to answer questions I've answered at length thousands of times.
The reason why they're constantly accusing Andrew Tate of misogyny is based off the people that are following him. And I've said this a lot of time. Majority of Andrew Tate followers are just incels that are doing nothing, and they're vicariously living through Andrew Tate vessels. That's who they see champion it. They're seeing little guys who are turning into demons, trying to beat his bad side of him. That's how the rest of the world sees him. And I've told people this before. I said, hey, a lot of my friends don't know who Andrew Tate is, but a lot of people online that are just herms that sit at home in the house doing nothing, they know who he is, and those are the ones that project that hate. So when people look at the people that are following him and what his followers are doing, then he has to take the brunt for it. It works the same way with rap music.
Just because I believe men have a point of view and men have rights and men are allowed to think and believe and act a certain way that helps them internally, that doesn't mean it's anti-female. In fact, I believe it's actually pro-female. I think when a man is true to his influence and true to his essence and he's good within himself, he's a positive influence in the world and he's positive for the women around him. Just because I discuss men's issues, people say, oh, you're anti-woman. I'm not anti-woman, I love women.
See, that's what guys have to understand is that when you start speaking it, they're going to think that you do not like women because you have to do other things to counteract it. Andrew Tate is a prime example of what the media wants to portray. They want someone to be out here to be loud and lavish like him, so he plays the role of the bad guy. The only downfall is that majority of the men that are following him, they don't repeat his good things. You don't talk about his motivational speeches. You don't watch those. You watch everything that entertains you in a negative way towards a woman. Thank you for watching Anthony Spade Reactions. If you want more reaction videos, make sure you click on the links below in the description and watch my other videos, but also check me out on my second channel, Life with Anthony Spade, so you can watch more daily vlogs of my personal life. Hasta la vista.